Quick shout out to my Patreons who keep this channel going. You can join my Patreon down in the description below. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be reacting to the third episode of School Live, or School Live, I'm calling it School Live though. This one's titled That Time. Alright, so, this show is surprisingly good. The twist of episode 1, even though the synopsis kind of ruined it going in and is like, okay, you know there's a twist coming, the way they handled it was still absolutely fantastic, and even with this second episode, it was still fantastic as well to see how they're handling the mix of Yuki's delusional view of the school versus what is actually happening. And there's still a great deal of mystery as to what the hell's going on, because why is this school so well prepared for a zombie outbreak? Like, I can't help but be amazed by that, because they've got power, they've got food, they've got everything they could possibly need in this sort of situation. So it makes you wonder, well, why was this so well prepared? Because this is very unlike a normal school. At least, I assume it's unlike a normal school. Maybe Japanese schools are just this much different to what an English or American school is, but, you know, it's like, it just seems quite well prepared for this type of outbreak. But yeah, last time Kurumi had to deal with painful memory of her upperclassman that she had a crush on. I had to kill one of the zombies, which apparently is meant to be one of the upperclassman's girlfriend. I didn't know that. But Yuki suggests a test of courage to take place that night, which probably not a good idea, but actually turns out to be a decent idea since the zombies apparently there's less of them at night for some reason. I'm not quite sure why that is. They theorize that because they remember their old lives, they go home, I guess. I don't know if that's the case or not. We do almost run into a zombie. Yuki actually does see it, but interprets it differently as a ghost, and we have Megane to comfort us, who I'm fairly certain is not real. I'm fairly certain Megane is another figment of Yuki's imagination, because the rest of them do acknowledge Megane, occasionally, but they never really acknowledge her. Like, they ignore a lot of what she says most of the time, and they don't seem concerned about her safety at any point, but they acknowledge that Megane exists to Yuki, in a weird way, if you get what I mean. So, I'm faced that Megane is part of Yuki's conscience in some way, and it's just a figment of her imagination in that regard, but the group seems to acknowledge Megane as being good in some... I don't quite know how they are acknowledging it, but yeah, I don't believe Megane is real in that regard. I don't think she's here anyway. But I'm also curious to see how this plays out as to... because I don't think this was a full adaptation, because it came out about halfway through the series. The series finally ended in January 2020, I believe, right? So yeah, the manga finished in November 22nd, 2019, and although it's listed here as 2020, January 2020, but the last manga volume 12 coming out. So this came out about halfway through the series, so I don't know at what point this ends. Like, do they get a happy end? Do they continue on? And I'm curious to see where that ends up going with it, because I can't see a conclusive end. I can only assume Yuki is eventually revealed the truth of what's going on. I don't know if she's going to have a breakdown or what, but I feel like there is going to be a conclusion of sorts, but I don't know what it's going to be, and I'm very interested to see what it is. Anyway, I'm enjoying the series a lot, and I'm super excited to see where they go with it. So, get my notebook over there. As per usual, here on YouTube, we do time-based full reactions. If you want to see full picture-in-picture, you can go to my Patreon down in the description below. £4 a month gets you access to all the picture-in-picture reactions I do, which is these Patreon request shows, as well as the entire winter season, and subsequent seasons will also be there, as well as some backdated ones that I'll be mentioning here on Discord soon. But here on YouTube, we have to do timer-based. So bottom left of the screen, you see the timer for the episode. I count down 3, 2, 1, play. Then play, you start the episode, I start the episode, and we'll be in sync. We are watching this one on Crunchyroll, since that's who's licensed it here this season. Well, not this season, but that's where I can legally view it here in the UK. They simulcast it in 2015, so that's where I'm watching it. No logos or anything to start with. We're just going to fade into the episode and we'll be good to go. You can use screen flash on my face or the mic to tell when the scene is transitioning as well. That should help out a lot as well. So, with all that said, and the timer reset properly, let's get into this week's episode in 3, 2, 1, play. Oh. So yeah, we're starting off with the reality of the situation. Megane, okay. Okay. Was. Mm-hmm. Premonition? Huh. Okay. Megane got a bit more complicated all of a sudden. I like the OP though. It's a good song. I still like the everything's destroyed unless it's in her silhouette. I still like that effect for that. Alright. That time. Maybe this is going to be a Megane focused episode then. I think this might be actually. Oh, mail. Not from mum, okay. Hmm. Mum's still very protective. Always late. Okay. Is there going to be hints about it starting already as she goes to work? Getting a lot of mail. Makes sense. What's that? Police going. Ambulance. Feels like the start of the Walking Dead game now. A lot of sirens this morning, huh? Who are you getting emails from, I wonder? Mm-hmm. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Start the outbreak. Framing it as riots, but it's more than riots. All the clues before it actually happens. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Is it gonna be about Senpai? Mm-hmm. 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 Hmm. Didn't correct her that time. Sorry, where? Uh-huh, sure. More messages again. Yep. All from Mum. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. It's all starting. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Sure. Doesn't mean you could eat any of them, but that's how we end up on the roof. Ring mum. She's gonna get an answer. Oh boy. Coming out, okay. Oh. Oh boy. Yeah, we should open it. They're talking. Yep. Oh shit. Yeah, well. Yeah, it started. Well, it's long started, but you know. Hmm. The hell exploded? Jesus. Well. Oh god. Okay, use lockers. Not a bad idea. But yeah, they could push that over. Don't put it in front of the window. Put it in front of the actual door where it swings open. Oh right, yeah, Senpai turned. I forgot about that. Yeah. And there's the shovel right there. Yep. And Yuki saw that. That's probably what. Yeah. That's probably what Yuki. It's probably what drove her to insanity. What do we do? Now they call her Sensei. Mm-hmm. Well, it depends. Back to present day, I guess. It's like it is. Still very ambiguous as to what happened to Megane that day, though, which keeps my theory alive at least. That sucks. Yeah. Wow. Okay. I mean, that makes sense. Sure. Oh, nice. Mm-hmm. Mm. Yeah. Yeah, she's definitely not there. If you've been an experience like that with someone, and since she was there with them at the outbreak, there's no way you forget her if she's still there. And yeah, that she's always so awkward about it. Yeah, there's no way Megane's there still. Kind of. Do we need ghost stories in a world like this? Sure, you don't. Ooh, that's not a great topic for her. Well, it's a tragic story, really. Hmm. Adorable dog. Well, technically. No. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. My theory just it feels even more right every time. Oh well. Interesting. We got a introduction of how it all went down in the first place. This episode. I didn't expect that necessarily. Like if we just got the reveal of oh yeah there was a zombie outbreak and then immediately after like episode 2 we had something like that, I would have not batted an eyelid. But interesting they chose this time to do it. I assume they're going to go. I assume they're going to tell about how we met. What's her face? I'm so terrible names. Miku. I assume they're going to go explain what happened at the mall and stuff there because she wasn't actually with them at the school during that last bit. The three of them were there, but not her. All right. Next time. Hmm. Outing. Okay, I think they are going to do it. Okay, I think they are going to explain it. I think that is the next episode, explaining how Miki came to be part of the group. Because we saw her in normal life there for a second with what looked like a friend, so that's probably going to be a tragic bit of story there, if we're honest. But yeah, good episode again. Another good episode. I still think Meganae's dead. I still think that. Now, I assume she must have been alive. Well, I think she might have still been alive when they went and got Miki, but maybe that was when she disappeared, possibly. Hmm. I wonder. I do wonder. how much more they're gonna do. But they haven't given a reason for the outbreak. It just suddenly started happening one day. Just out of nowhere, one day. And the mum... I like how they kept giving those little, like, premonition bits all throughout the day. And then it all culminated in seeing that video and seeing it happen, and then going up to the roof and finding out, yeah, this really did happen. I'm loving this. I'm loving it. I like how they can split between... Well, this one they didn't do it quite so much because most of the focus was on the Megane flashback, but I like how they split the cutesy, everything's fine moments with the, oh god, we're going to die here alone moments. It does beg the question, though, if this is just... Is this the entire world that's gone like this? Because if it's the entirety of Japan, makes sense how there's absolutely no emergency response or any hope at the moment. If it's the entire world, then, well, that's it. You're just going to survive on your own and rebuild society in some way, maybe, or just give up, depending on how optimistic you're thinking. But if there's at least one major developed country still operational right now, eventually help would reach them. Like, if the US was still going, eventually help would be there. If Britain was still going, eventually help would be there. Like, any of the major developed nations, top economies of the world, would be able to eventually send some help. Because it's in their best interest to, because they're probably trade partners, and they need the stuff that that country has, so it's in their best interest to help get them up and running as quickly as possible, you know? But yeah, still enjoying the show. Looks like we're going to get Miki's backstory here. And then we pretty much have most of the backstories wrapped up, except, I guess, Yuri. I don't know what much of her backstory would be. She's just... we know she's from the gardening club, and we know why she was up on the roof that day. We know how Kurumi and Senpai got up on that roof that day. Now we just got to get Miki involved, and then we basically have most of the backstory for what led up to this wrapped up, unless they want to explain how an outbreak occurred. I don't know if this show's going to necessarily go into that, though. I don't expect it to, anyway. But, yeah, I still think Megane is absolutely dead and is just a fragment of Yuki's imagination just to keep herself sane, almost. I still think that's partly why Megane still appears and why people act weird around her and such. And that might explain why Miki is the one... Well, that explains why Miki is less on board with immediately agreeing, maybe, is that she doesn't have that experience with Megane. Or Megami Sensei, as we should really be calling it. Or Sakura Sensei, I suppose, should be the actual correct name. But since Miki was found at the mall, it seems... yeah, maybe that's why. Also, maybe that's why the school has so many supplies, because they went to the mall and got as much as they could and put it in the school and make it look like a school shop to Yuki, when really it's just their storehouse for supplies. Maybe that explains why this school has everything. The school has everything because they went and got everything, and Yuki's just palming it off as, oh wow, this school has everything. No, everyone went to get all the stuff so that the school looks like it has everything. Maybe that explains it. That'd be interesting if that was actually the case, but I guess we'll see. But yeah, that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that one. I'm loving the show a lot. And just... I'm curious to see how we keep this going, because obviously the cute slice of life moments between delusion and reality are going to be enjoyable for an extended period of time, but I do wonder if there's going to be an overarching plot that they kind of want to go through and explore in that weird way. I don't know how slice of life... I mean, this is a slice of life show, right? But I don't know how much of a... I don't know how much of a major plot line there's going to be interwoven into this this anime. Like, I assume the manga has its own plot line that it wants to convey, and I assume it came... I don't know how it came to an end last year, but I assume it had its own conclusive end idea anyway, so... I don't want spoilers on that, obviously, because if I want to know the ending of it, I'll go watch the ending of it, you know, so... Anyway, that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you everyone for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed the episode, as well as your comments. They both help grow the channel out, as do your subscriptions. To see next week's episode, as well as the rest of the Winter 2021 lineup you can find on my channel. Thank you for watching. Until next time, see you guys later.